Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive. This time, we're diving deep into the world of affirmations.
Yes, affirmations.
Yeah, you know those short, positive statements that you repeat over and over and over again to yourself to try and reprogram your subconscious.
Right.
But we're going to be going way beyond the surface level.
Yeah.
We're going to be looking at, the actual psychology
That's
behind
right.
how these things work.
Exactly.
And we've got some super interesting sources lined up.
Yes, we do.
Motivational YouTube videos.
There must be great content there.
Articles by psychologists and therapists.
All sorts of stuff.
So yeah, if you're ready to unlock the true power of affirmations, then let's dive in.
Let's do it.
So I guess the first question is why?
Yeah.
Why even bother with affirmations?
Like, what's the point?
What's the point?
I think it's all about shifting your focus.
Okay.
Instead of like dwelling on all the negative thoughts that we tend to have, it's about intentionally creating the experiences and the qualities that we desire.
So it's not just like wishing and hoping.
No,
It's
more active.
It's more like training.
Yeah, you're actively training your mind
Okay.
to believe in the possibility of change.
So how does this mental training actually like work on like a practical level?
Well, it has a lot to do with creating new neural pathways in your brain.
Okay.
Remember that YouTube video we watched from Lavender about creating a miracle morning routine?
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, she talks about like repeating affirmations while you're visualizing your ideal day,
Right.
which is a powerful combination
Okay.
because you're basically using the repetition of the affirmations along with the emotional intensity of the visualization
Right.
to strengthen those positive neural connections.
So it's making those beliefs like more ingrained in our subconscious.
Exactly.
It's like building a mental muscle.
Yes.
The more you use it,
The stronger it gets.
the stronger it gets.
It's exactly.
But I know some people who say that affirmations are just wishful thinking.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
It's just a way to like ignore our real problems.
Right.
What would you say to that?
Well, I think it's a valid concern
Okay.
because it's important to approach affirmations with a balance of, positivity and realism.
Okay.
That ThriveWorks article that we have actually points out the dangers of what they call toxic positivity,
Oh, yeah.
where we just try to pretend like everything's perfect
Right.
and we suppress any like difficult emotions.
Mhm.
So affirmations are not about like denying reality.
Okay.
It's really about shifting our perspective.
So how do affirmations actually like fit into that bigger picture?
Yeah.
Is it just about like feeling good or do they actually have tangible benefits?
Well, the research actually suggests that there are tangible benefits
Really?
to positive self-talk.
Okay.
One of the studies we read was about female gymnasts, and they found that the gymnasts who used positive self-talk
Yeah.
actually performed better under pressure.
Really?
They were able to manage stress better.
Wow.
They stayed focused,
Mm-hmm.
and they were able to bounce back from setbacks more easily.
So it's like they had their own personal hype team.
Like an inner coach.
Yeah.
Cheering them on.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
That's a game changer.
it is.
But where do we even begin to create like an affirmation practice
Right.
that feels authentic?
Yeah.
Like it's not just about copying phrases from a YouTube video.
No, you're absolutely right.
Okay.
One of the psychologists that we read, Willa McGinty,
Okay.
she suggests starting by paying attention to our current self-talk patterns.
So just noticing
Yeah, just
the things we're already saying to ourselves,
Exactly. The things that you say to yourself throughout the day.
especially the negative stuff.
Especially those negative thoughts that tend to hold us back.
Yeah.
And once you identify those thought patterns,
Okay.
then you can start reframing them into positive affirmations.
So it's about becoming aware of that inner critic
Yeah,
and then consciously choosing to replace those negative thoughts with positive ones.
precisely.
Okay, so for example,
Yeah.
if I often catch myself saying like, I'm not good enough,
Right? A very common one.
then I could try shifting that to,
Yeah, what could you shift that to?
I am capable and worthy.
There you go.
Yeah. Or like, I always mess things up.
Ugh. Yeah, another common one.
Could become,
What could that become?
I am learning and growing from every experience.
Perfect.
It's like flipping the script in our minds,
Exactly.
replacing those negative tapes with empowering affirmation.
Well,
And this is something that really stuck out to me in the ThriveWorks article.
Yeah.
They talked about the importance of aligning your affirmations
Yes.
with your values.
With your values, absolutely.
So they should reflect the kind of person you want to be
Yep.
and the life you want to create.
Exactly. So it's really about being authentic
Right.
and choosing affirmations that resonate deeply with you.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's not about pretending to be someone we're not.
No.
It's about embracing our true selves
Right.
and using affirmations to cultivate
They called
the qualities we want to strengthen.
beautifully said.
But what about those times
Yeah.
when we're facing real challenges?
Right.
When things are tough?
Hmm.
Are affirmations still effective then?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it brings us to a really important point.
Okay.
The difference between positive thinking and toxic positivity.
Oh.
And we're going to talk about that
Oh.
after the break. Toxic positivity can be harmful
Okay.
because it kind of dismisses genuine struggles.
Right.
It's like putting a Band-Aid on a deep wound.
Yeah.
Affirmations, on the other hand,
Yeah.
are about acknowledging those challenges
Mm-hmm.
while simultaneously shifting our perspective.
So we're holding space for both the good and the bad, the
Exactly.
light and the shadow.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we're not denying the difficult stuff,
Right.
but we're also not letting it define us.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
One of the affirmations from that 5-minute Miracle Morning Affirmations video,
Yeah. What was it?
it said something like, I am strong and resilient, capable of overcoming any obstacle.
Yeah.
And it's not pretending that obstacles don't exist,
Right.
but it's like
But it's giving you that power
Yeah.
to face them.
with strength and resilience.
Exactly.
And this reminds me of something Willa McGinty said in that ThriveWorks article.
Oh, yeah.
She talked about evidence-based thinking.
Yes.
So challenging those negative thoughts
Mhm.
with proof to the contrary.
Yeah.
So instead of just like blindly repeating positive phrases,
Right.
we're actually looking for evidence in our lives
Yes.
to support those affirmations.
It's like you're building a case
Yeah.
for your own awesomeness.
I love that.
Gathering evidence.
So for example,
Yeah.
if you're struggling with confidence in your work,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just saying, I'm successful,
Right.
you could think about specific achievements,
Like projects you've completed.
positive feedback you've received,
Yeah.
and use those as anchors for your affirmation.
Exactly.
And it makes it more believable,
Yeah.
more concrete.
It grounds it in reality.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
It's not just floating out there in the ether.
Right.
So affirmations are not a one-size-fits-all solution.
Definitely not.
There are different techniques,
Experience.
and we can find what works best for us.
Yeah.
Like some people like to write their affirmations down.
Journaling's always a good one.
Others like to say them out loud in front of a mirror.
Yeah, that can be powerful.
I remember one of the YouTube videos talked about
Yeah.
incorporating affirmations into activities you already do.
Oh, that's interesting.
So like brushing your teeth or
Oh.
taking a shower. Yeah, just like little pockets of time
Yeah.
throughout the day.
Or you can just infuse your mind with positivity.
Exactly.
Yeah, get creative.
Be creative.
You could record yourself saying your affirmations
Ooh, I like that.
and then listen to it throughout the day.
Yeah.
Or even create a vision board
Oh, a vision board. That's a good word.
with images that represent your affirmations.
Love it.
It's like a multi-sensory
Mhm.
experience
Yeah.
using visuals and audio to really imprint those affirmations on our minds.
Yeah.
But what about those times
Mm-hmm.
when we're feeling really down,
Yeah.
when it's hard to muster up,
Any positivity.
yeah, any positivity?
That's when self-compassion
Okay.
becomes even more crucial.
So it's okay to acknowledge
It's okay
those difficult emotions.
to feel those feelings.
And in fact, suppressing them
Yeah,
can actually make them stronger.
it can.
So instead of judging ourselves for feeling down,
Yeah.
we can offer ourselves words of support and encouragement.
So be your own best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can say something like,
What could you say?
it's okay to feel this way. I'm
Mhm.
going to be kind to myself today.
Yes,
Yeah, we're all works in progress.
we are.
It's okay to have ups and downs.
Absolutely.
You mentioned earlier
Yeah.
that there's actually research showing tangible benefits
Yes.
of affirmations
There is.
and how they can impact our mental, emotional, and even physical well-being.
That's true.
So it's not just about feeling good in the moment.
Mhm.
There are actual physiological changes
Yeah.
happening in our brains and bodies
They are happening.
when we engage in positive self-talk.
Yes. For example, research has linked positive self-talk to a decrease in cortisol,
Cortisol.
which is the stress hormone.
Okay.
And when we're less stressed,
Yeah.
our immune system functions better.
Mm.
We're able to think more clearly,
Right.
and we just generally feel more energized and resilient.
It's like a ripple effect.
It is.
Positive self-talk not only makes us feel better emotionally, but it also has a positive impact on our physical health
Yes.
and our overall well-being.
Exactly.
And it's not just about reducing stress.
Right.
Positive self-talk has also been linked to increased levels of dopamine and serotonin.
Those feel-good chemicals.
Yeah, those feel-good neurochemicals that boost our mood and motivation. It's like a natural mood booster and stress reliever all rolled into one.
It's amazing.
But I think a lot of people struggle with actually believing
Yeah.
the affirmations they're saying, especially if they're dealing with like
a deep-seated insecurity.
Yeah, deep-seated insecurities.
Or negative beliefs.
Yeah. What advice would you give to someone who's having trouble buying into their own affirmations?
One of the keys is to start small.
Okay.
And focus on affirmations that feel believable to you.
So don't jump straight into...
Don't go too big, too fast.
Yeah, affirmations that feel totally out of reach.
Right.
Start with something.
Yeah, start with something.
That feels true for you in this moment.
Yeah.
So instead of saying, I am a millionaire,
right.
when you're struggling financially, you could start with something like,
I
am open to new opportunities for abundance.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's much more believable.
Yeah.
And it still puts you in that positive mindset.
Yeah. And repetition is key.
Repetition is key.
The more you repeat your affirmations,
right,
the more those neural pathways will strengthen.
Yeah.
And the more believable.
The more believable they'll become.
Yeah, those affirmations will become.
Exactly.
It's like we're training our brains
Yeah.
to focus on the positive.
Yes.
Even when it feels difficult.
Even when it's hard.
Yeah. How do we make sure our affirmations are truly aligned with our values and goals?
Right.
Because it's not just about repeating any random positive phrase.
No, it's not.
So one helpful exercise might be...
Yeah, what is it?
To take some time to reflect.
You reflect
on our core values.
Your core values.
Yeah, what's most important to me?
Yeah.
What kind of person do I want to be? What kind of life do I want to create?
Absolutely.
And then we can use affirmations to support those values.
Exactly.
So, for example, if one of my core values is creativity, I might create affirmations like...
Like what?
I am a creative and innovative thinker.
Yeah, I like that.
Or I am constantly exploring new ideas and possibilities.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
So it's about using affirmations as a tool to align our thoughts and actions with our deepest values.
With our deepest values, beautifully said.
And it's okay to adjust our affirmations as we evolve and grow.
As we evolve and grow, absolutely.
So what resonates with me today might not resonate with me a year from now.
Right. It's a fluid process.
Yeah.
It's not a rigid set of rules.
I love that.
So we can adapt our affirmations as we learn and grow, choosing phrases that reflect our current aspirations and desires.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people struggle with consistency when it comes to affirmations.
Yeah.
Life gets busy.
Life gets busy.
It's easy to forget to do them.
It is.
What advice would you give to someone who's trying to make affirmations a regular part of their routine?
That's a great question, and that brings us to a really important point.
Okay.
The power of creating a ritual around your affirmation practice.
For ritual.
Yeah, so
It's a specific time and place where we do our affirmations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think of it like creating a sacred space for yourself.
Yeah.
A time when you can disconnect from the outside world.
Right.
And really connect with your inner self.
So like first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
During your lunch break.
Could be.
Right before bed. Just a time when I can minimize distractions. Yeah. And really focus on those words I'm saying.
Choose a time when you can really focus.
It's about setting the stage.
Yeah.
For a positive and intentional experience.
And intentional, yes.
Not just like squeezing affirmations in between emails and errands.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So we want to create an environment that feels calming and supportive.
Calming and supportive, yes.
Maybe light a candle.
Yeah.
Put on some relaxing music.
Could do.
Find a quiet spot in nature.
Oh, I love that.
Just make it a ritual that I look forward to.
Yes, make it something you enjoy.
Something that nourishes my mind and spirit.
Exactly.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
But what if my mind wanders during my affirmation practice? Like, what if I'm getting distracted or doubting the words I'm saying?
That's completely normal.
Okay.
Our minds are naturally prone to wandering.
Okay.
The key is to gently guide your attention back to the affirmations.
Okay.
Without judgment. So just notice those thoughts.
Yeah.
without getting caught up in them.
Okay.
It's like watching clouds drift by in the sky.
Oh, I like that analogy.
Yeah, you acknowledge them.
Yeah.
But you don't chase after them.
You just let them float on by.
Exactly.
So how do we even know which affirmations to choose?
Yeah.
There are so many options out there.
There are a lot of options.
It can be kind of overwhelming.
It can be. Remember that tip we talked about earlier about aligning your affirmations with your values?
Yeah.
That's always a good place to start.
Okay.
Think about the areas of your life
Yeah.
where you'd like to see positive change.
Okay.
What qualities do you want to cultivate within yourself?
Yeah. What kind of person do I want to be?
Yeah,
What kind of experiences do I want to attract into my life?
exactly.
So if I'm struggling with self-confidence,
Mm-hmm.
I might choose affirmations like,
Like what?
I am worthy and deserving of love and happiness.
Yeah, I like that.
Or, I am confident and capable in all that I do.
That's a good one.
And it doesn't have to be just one or two affirmations.
Yeah, you can have a whole collection.
Yeah, I can create a whole collection of
Yeah.
affirmations.
Yeah, you can rotate them.
And rotate them throughout the week.
Exactly.
Okay, so it keeps things fresh and interesting.
Yes, keep it fresh and interesting.
One of the things that struck me about the 5-minute Miracle Morning Affirmations video was how upbeat and positive the music was.
Oh, the music is so important.
Really?
Music is such a powerful tool
Okay.
for shifting our mood and energy.
So don't underestimate the power of incorporating music
Yeah.
into our affirmation practice.
Create a playlist
Okay.
of songs that uplift you and inspire you.
And I can listen to it
Yeah.
while I'm reciting my affirmations
Yeah.
or just as a way to boost my mood throughout the day.
Exactly.
So how do we actually measure the effectiveness of our affirmations?
That's a good question.
Like, how do we know if they're actually working?
Well, it's not always about
Yeah.
seeing immediate dramatic changes.
Okay.
Sometimes the shifts are subtle.
Okay.
So pay attention to your thoughts, your feelings,
Okay.
your behaviors.
So am I noticing any positive shifts?
Yeah.
Am I feeling more confident
More resilient?
or optimistic?
Yeah. Are you taking actions
Yeah.
that align with your affirmations?
So it's about looking for those small wins.
Yes.
Those subtle signs of progress.
Exactly.
And trusting that even if I don't see immediate results,
Yeah.
those affirmations are still planting seeds of positivity
They are planting seeds.
in my subconscious mind.
At your subconscious mind, yes.
So the most important thing
What is it?
is to approach this practice
Yeah.
with a spirit of curiosity
Curiosity.
and self-compassion.
And self-compassion? Absolutely.
Be patient with myself.
Yes.
Celebrate my progress.
Celebrate your progress.
And enjoy the journey.
And enjoy the journey.
This has been such an insightful deep dive.
It has been.
I feel like I've gained a much deeper understanding of the power of affirmations
Yeah.
and how to use them effectively.
I'm glad to hear that.
Well, thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive.
It's been my pleasure.
And to all of our listeners out there, remember,
What?
the power to create positive change lies within you.
It does.
Embrace the power of your words.
Yes.
Nurture your mind with positivity.
Yeah.
And watch as those seeds of intention blossom into a beautiful reality.
Beautifully said.